Hello and welcome to another edition of St. Louis Presents. I am Rob Desir, and this is none other than April Trupriano. How you doing, April?
I'm fabulous, thank you.
You're fabulous.
You're looking good today.
Thank you. So are you. I really like that shirt. All right, and today, of course, we got another exciting show for you. We are in the kitchen as we start the show every week, and we are joined by Mr. Merriweather of Real Men Charities and his chef James. What are we going to make today?
What we got going here, James?
French potatoes. Yeah.
Some French potatoes, and you're gonna make I'm assuming there that's an omelet, and you're gonna make some hash browns.
Yeah, we're gonna make scrambled eggs actually. Scrambled eggs.
Scramble it.
But would you like an omelet?
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
I can always eat an omelet. Anytime there's food on a plate, I will eat it.
Okay.
Because
we can do
real
some
men
omelets.
can cook anything.
Anything at any time at the
Anything.
drop of
Well,
a
they
hat.
say real men can cook. I say real men can eat.
Yes, sir.
So that's
Yes, sir.
that's my motto. So who else do we have on the show today, April?
Ooh, we got a great lineup.
Who do we got?
We have Chester Deans from Father Support.
Right.
We also have Ruby Jones from Big Brothers Big Sisters. I know, I love that
Right.
concept.
And we got Jacque of the 100 Black Men of St. Louis.
Yes, we
so
do.
it's an exciting show. So make sure
Yeah.
you sit back, relax, and enjoy. This is St. Louis Presents right here on STL TV. And welcome back. This is St. Louis Presents. As I said, I'm Rob Desir, and this is April Trupriano. Made a mess here, but don't even worry about it. You know, we're just gonna roll with the punches here. So, April, how have you been?
Actually, really good, thank
I
you.
haven't seen you in a couple of days.
I know.
Yeah, what you been
I
up to?
know. I have been working like crazy, doing some fun stuff.
Like
Working on a retreat that I have coming up in Martha's Vineyard in October, a women business retreat, and I am excited about that. And been really spending some time with my niece and my nephew, so that is a treat.
always the family girl.
I know, I am the family girl.
Always the family girl.
I know.
Cool. Well, there's some exciting events coming up here in St. Louis, and we always like to put you on places to go, you know, people to see, and just keep you informed in the community. One of the things, if you may not have heard, that June is National Dairy Month.
National Dairy Month.
So if you love milk and ice cream, I mean, what other reason to celebrate than National Dairy Month, right?
I know. Do you like ice cream?
I do. I mean, I'm not like an ice cream connoisseur. I mean, I do love mint chocolate chip. That's probably my favorite ice cream. Yeah, that's the bomb to me.
Have you ever had gelato?
Yes, that's good. That is
That
good.
is some good stuff.
Gelato is good.
It's addictive. It is so good. It's just got a lot more air in it. Actually has less calories. Really creamy.
Well, gelato it is
Love
for
it.
me from now on. So
It's good.
yeah, so as we said, June is Dairy Month, and
There's an ice cream social at Missouri Winery.
yes,
Yeah.
that is. Are you gonna go?
I'm probably gonna miss it.
Why?
But I imagine it's gonna be fabulous.
Yeah,
Why?
I mean,
I'm gonna be out of town.
Oh, okay, because they're talking about adding all kinds of fruit wines to your ice cream.
Exactly.
And I'd
I
never
saw
heard
that.
of that. And what other reason to have ice cream than to have
Yeah.
fruit wine in it? You know what I'm saying?
And our Missouri wineries are really well known for some of the dessert wines and some of the fruit wines, the grape wines, frozen grape wines, all those. So that over vanilla ice cream, how yummy.
Yes.
Yeah.
What else we got going on in the community?
Oh my gosh. Well, the Beard House in New York is actually hosting a very well-known St. Louis chef and Missouri wines. Speaking of Missouri
Is it
wines.
John Griffiths, right?
John Griffiths is going to be at the
Beard House in New York, and there's actually a couple of wines that were made in Missouri at the Augusta Winery and the Montel Winery. They're going to be featured at the Beard House in New York this month, so that's an exciting thing. So if you want another reason to go to a winery, there it is, because they got some quality wines there, and they're going to be featured at the Beard House, which is a big deal when it comes to culinary arts.
This is in combination with the Pulitzer.
Yeah, the Pulitzer Foundation.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know what? You can go to the preview dinners here. There's 2 preview dinners here on June 10th and June 17th at Modesto Tapas and Wine Bar, and then there's another one at Sydney Street Cafe.
Oh,
so,
okay.
yeah.
Actually, the Pulitzer thing is about the other thing we're going to talk about, the St. Louis Film Festival stuff.
You're right.
Now that I think about
You're
it.
right.
We're going to get to that. See, you jumped ahead of yourself.
See, I did.
But I remembered.
Right.
I remember. Now, on a more serious...
See, I need you as my co-host.
That's what they all say. But no, seriously, on a more serious issue, we have to mention about what the YWCA is what is doing. You know, they're doing a sexual assault prevention services here in the city of St. Louis. And when you think about the numbers about the people who are getting, especially those with disabilities, the numbers are staggering. I mean, we saw a statistic about, they were saying that 90% of people who have a developmental disability are subject to be, sexually abused.
Right.
And
49%
of those
will experience
10 or more
incidents of abuse in their lifetime.
Which is...
So the YWCA is now hosting this, they've gotten a grant to host some self-defense classes for people with developmental disabilities. Say that 5 times. Developmental disabilities.
Yeah. So if you want, so if you want more information on that, definitely please go to the YWCA website and see how maybe you can take a part and be a part of preventing this sad case of that statistic. That was just so disturbing when I heard that.
It really is.
Really, really disturbing.
Yeah. We need to give them a way to be able to protect themselves, and we need to give them a way because we want to give them ways to be independent. But while we're leaving them independent, we got to make sure that they can really take care of themselves. So it's important.
2 other things we want to mention real quick before we go to our break. We talked about the Pulitzer Foundation, the St. Louis filmmakers. They are having a display of movies, and they want people. If you want to submit, if you're a up and coming movie maker, you have an opportunity to get in there and. So you check out the local St. Louis Cinema Film Festival, and you have a chance to get in there. And the other thing that we want to address real quick is the bi-state region rank high in child hunger in St. Louis. Very high statistic. Another disturbing statistic because there's a lot of children here in the local St. Louis area that are actually not knowing where their next meal is going to come from. And the city of St. Louis is one of the highest. I think it's just like 1 in 5 children don't know when their next meal is going to come. Luckily, we do have programs that help children, like programs for school where you can get their first meal of the day, because we know how important breakfast is. Kids really can't function without that first meal of the day. And so what we do encourage you guys all to do is definitely go to your local food bank and give whatever you can and make sure that these children have that meal, that first meal of the day, because we definitely don't want to see kids go hungry, especially here in St. Louis.
I want to let people know where they can get more information about that.
Where's
too,
that?
Rob. It is at feedamerica.org/map-the-gap. You'll find the statistics and the facts about it, because it's really high, and I think we really need to do something about that, especially here in St. Louis where it's not necessary. Because a lot of these kids are actually, they're above the poverty rank, and so we really need to find ways to reach out to them.
Okay.
So,
Well, we're going to take a break here on St. Louis Presents. When we return, we're going to be joined by Chester Deans, of the Father Support Group. So make sure you join us right after the break. This is St. Louis Presents.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Hey St. Louis, I'm Clara Kay. Keep it right here on STL TV.
Shelters are the best places to find a new pet. You'll discover healthy and loving animals just waiting to become a part of your family. Find out more at theshelterpetproject.org.
There's a monster in my bathtub. There's one on the couch.
Keep innocent things from triggering an asthma attack.
Please make the monsters go away.
Learn how to stop their asthma attacks at noattacks.org.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Let's switch to Energy Star light bulbs and stop burning through cash. Saving energy saves you money.
Packers, Vikings,
Red State, Blue State.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
But when we live united, we create real lasting change in the education, income, and health of our country.
United.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Welcome back. This is April Trupiano and my co-host Rob Desir on St. Louis Presents, and we are actually really pleased to have Mr. Chester Deans of Father's Support.
Yeah, actually we're doing, I just want to preface this, but we're actually, obviously with the celebration of Father's Day coming, we wanted to dedicate this show and just talk about men, how important it is for Father's Day and what some of these men in the community are doing. And with Father's Support, you guys are doing a phenomenal job in the community. Just tell folks who might not know what Father's Support is and what you guys do.
Yes, Father Support Center is a not-for-profit agency located here in the city of Metro St. Louis. We have 4 different sites. Our chief location is at 4411 North Newstead, and we have 3 other locations. The whole mission is that we foster healthy relationships to strengthen families and communities. But we target the male parent because we want him to understand his responsibility to being responsible for his children.
And you have several different programs that you run, yes?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
The programs that we offer are family formation. In the family formation program, there is a parenting and communication program. Of course, we have the employment preparatory program, youth development and leadership piece. We have an evening component also called Father's Wrap. And Father's Wrap is an additional support and self-help advocacy component that meets on Tuesday and Thursday. The regular program meets every day between the hours of 7:45 and 4 p.m. for 6 weeks, Monday through Friday. There is also the legal clinic, which recently we've developed in the last 2 years, besides our male health and wellness component. And of course, we do healthy relationship skills building, because even though our men are not married, many of them have relationships.
Right. Yeah, we were talking in the green room, and I sense the passion that you have for your job and the frustrations you also have for your job. What do you find it to be the most difficult part in trying to get these young fathers to be better role models for their children?
Not only do we have young fathers, we have many of them that are adult fathers, so I just want to help that. The chief issue with them is just understanding we want to move them from their past behavior to a more responsible behavior. Because if they understand it's very important that the child has some economic, some social, and emotional involvement, regardless of what you think and have had relationships with the mother. When that happens, all the rest will come to the forefront. You know, you'll get employment, we have access to skills and trades as well as education.
One of the things that I absolutely loved about what you said in the green room is that it really is about the kids.
Yes, it is.
And it's really about making sure that the whole family unit comes together. Even if the 2 parents are not, are no longer living in the same home, it's really, you use the male parent, you utilize that, target the father to raise really healthy children.
Yeah, well, see, that's important because in this society, unfortunately, men have been put on the back burner. Yes. And so when we target the man, we bring him up to his real position in life.
Yes.
And if you're going to be the leader, we advise our men to take the lead. So therefore, we provide the programs, the assistance, and the direction on a continual basis. And after they graduate, we follow them up for 1 year to see if they're going to maintain their relationship with their children, share the information about character building in the home, past the 6 weeks into the coming years. And of course, if he has an opportunity, pay that child support.
Have you found it to be, once they go through all these programs, that it's benefited these men and they become better fathers?
Yes, Rob, we have at least a retention rate of 78%, and out of that 78%, many of them that get the custody and visitation with their children, they stay involved, and of course they become employed and they pay their child support.
That's great.
Yes.
You know, I want you to know that just gave me goosebumps. 78% retention rate is
exactly.
a good number.
It's a very good number. And you know, the only thing that's really hurting us right now is the employment piece because of the way society is. But that's where we offer the men an option in the training components.
Now you got something special coming up, a run?
Yes, we have
Tell us a little bit about that.
we have the 16th annual Fatherhood Walk 5K Running Rally, which will be at Tower Grove Park, 7:30 a.m. till 3 p.m. That's on June the 16th, it's Saturday. It's a family fun event the day before Father's Day to promote responsible fatherhood in the city of St. Louis and the metro area. So we invite you all also to come out and be our guests. There'll be arts and crafts for the children, reading and literacy games. We're going to even do a double Dutch. And the food the food is free. We're going to open the stage up at 12 noon. I got live entertainment on top of that. So it should be fun. And I work with 12 other community partners to put this off. I'm just a co-chair, but there are 12 other community partners that push this off. This is the 16th annual Fatherhood Walk 5K Running Rally.
How many people did you have attend last year?
Well, last year, because of the storm, we only had 250, but we normally get 550, 600 people, so we're going to get that same amount this year.
Yes.
Also, the Father Support Center is hosting their annual Toast to Fathers, which will be June the 14th at the Windows on Washington.
Ooh.
Wow.
You know, I want to take a minute and say thank you. You know, we talked about the long hours that you put in, and I'm sure that your team does as well. You know, the father role in the family and for the kids is so critical that thank you for that 78% retention rate and for all of those homes that you touch.
Well, we want to thank you, April and Rob, because it's already proven that when a father's involved with his child, that child is more than likely to complete elementary school and high school and not use drugs. And especially for our teenage girls, they're less likely to be put in a position where they're molested or abused.
I can definitely say that. I can definitely say my father had a big influence in my life.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Absolutely.
You know, father figures are important in the home.
Yes, sir. We do make a difference.
We need more father figures in the home.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Yeah.
you know, thanks for doing everything that you do. It's definitely appreciative.
Thank you, Rob, for having me today.
All right, thank you, Chester. All right, that's we're going to have more to come. Like I said, there's a big Father's Day special for the show. And coming up next, we're going to be joined by Jacque of the 100 Black Men of St. Louis. It's a special Father's Day edition right here of St. Louis Presents right here on STL TV. Stay with us.
Struck Indonesia and Haiti, the world responded. The famine, war, and drought affecting the Horn of Africa right now is larger than both these crises combined, and the world should be paying attention. Text a donation of $10, but do more than donate. Forward the facts to everyone you know. Forward from our site, forward on Facebook, and forward on Twitter. We are the relief.
Experience St. Louis.
You promised me the world. Is this what you had in mind?
Every choice we make has a consequence. Help EarthShare and its members restore balance to the world. Visit earthshare.org and see what you can do. EarthShare, one environment, one simple way to care for it.
saw Mr. Merriweather and Chef James getting their cook on in the kitchen, and I can't wait to eat because I love to eat. Although they say real men cook, I'm going to continue to say it, that real men eat. And real men do some positive things in the community. Joining me now is Mr. Jacque Land of the 100 Black Men of St. Louis. I want to make sure I get that correct. Jacque, thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
You guys got a lot of big things going on with the 100 Black Men. You guys just recently finished some big projects. Tell us about that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's 4 core areas that the 100 focuses on, and then we call them our 4 for the future. And it's mentoring, education, health and wellness, and economic development. We've got programs and initiatives in all of those 4 core areas. We just wrapped up our mentoring program, which is called the AAU, Arms Around Us Mentoring Leadership Academy. And we focus on life skills, goal setting, conflict resolution, peer pressure, those things that young people need to address to help them make smarter, wiser choices in life. And so our focus is to sharpen the tools of young people so that they grow up and become productive citizens, and specifically with young males become productive fathers and husbands.
Now, how do you guys select the men to become part of your organization? Because I know you guys are really striving to, promote a positive influence and make people better within the community.
Well, the organization actually is an international organization. There's 116 chapters throughout the country, including a chapter in London, England, South Africa, and the Bahamas. St. Louis was one of the founding chapters of 100 Black Men of America, which encompasses the entire unit of the organization. What we focus on are entrepreneurs, community leaders, business executives, individuals who just really want to give back. And our motto is what they see is what they'll be. And so we take responsibility to lead by example. And so those men that are in a community who have, made a good way of life for themselves and for their families, we are reaching out to them to step up and give back to the community so that they can be a part of, whether it's mentoring or education or providing services in the area of health and wellness or economic empowerment. And so we identify those men who are ready to step up, who are ready to take responsibility of guiding a young person so that they can be a productive citizen.
Yeah, and it's great. I mean, we had father support here in the last segment, talking about what they do and trying to empowering fathers.
Absolutely.
And you guys are targeting fathers and just young, and older men who may not have children who want to be an inspiration to just somebody.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, in today's society, we face a lot of broken homes. We do encourage men to stick out in the relationship, maintain, be responsible, and raise their kids. But unfortunately, with the fact that there are broken homes, we encourage men to also step out of their homes into the community and be that father figure to those young people who may not necessarily have a father in a home. And so they, step up with character skills, building life skills, and the various initiatives that the organization offers.
And you guys are not only talking about, mental awareness, you guys also talk about health awareness, and you guys strive at that. You got something coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. Men, first of all, it starts with us.
Right.
And as a rule, we don't like to take care of our health.
We don't like to go to the doctor.
We don't like to go to the doctor.
We hate that.
But it's our responsibility to make sure we are intact so that we can be there for our families. And one of the leading causes of cancer-related deaths in men is prostate cancer.
Yes.
And so as an organization, we have stepped up as men to take responsibility for addressing prostate cancer by way of education, by way of awareness, and providing free PSA testing to men 35 and over in the community. And so we have coming up our 10th anniversary of our annual Prostate Cancer Survivors and Awareness Walk. And it starts at Keener Plaza and proceeds with to the America Center in partnership with the Missouri Black Expo. And then we have Siteman Cancer Center who's on board to provide those free PSA testing to all the men in the community. And so this year, because it's the 10-year anniversary, we're expanding the walk into a 5K run as well. And so we've got over 100 survivors who come out and provide support, provide testimonials, and encourage men to get tested. And then we have elected officials who come out speak to the legislative side of what they're doing to address prostate cancer and health in general. And then we have family members who come out on the education panel to speak to how they're a support system and caregivers for men who are going through prostate cancer, because not only does it affect the man, it affects the entire family.
Right, and we said that, you know, this is a serious issue, prostate cancer, especially among black men, and we fail to go to the doctor.
Right.
I think a lot of it is out of fear. We don't want to know something like that.
Right.
But you want to know. You want to make sure you're healthy.
Absolutely.
You want to be an inspiration. You want to be there for your family, for your children. You want to live a long life, so you got to go to the doctor and get checked out.
And I'll tell you, Rob, with prostate cancer in particular, if it's detected early, it is treatable. So that is the great thing about, you know, addressing prostate cancer early on. So we want to encourage all men to come out on August the 4th to make sure they participate with the 100 Black Men Prostate Cancer Survivors and Awareness Walk and Run.
Absolutely. Are you going to walk or are you going to run?
I'm going to do a little bit of both. I may start out running and then end up walking.
Have you been training?
Oh, I train 4 days a week. Just got back into it about 4 weeks ago.
Okay, because that 5K is no joke.
Oh, no, it's not.
What is it? Every kilometer is what, 1.61 miles? I forgot what the conversion rate is. I might be wrong, but I know a kilometer is more than a mile, right? I know that much.
You know that much.
I know that much.
I know it's going to take a lot more training for me to do the full 5 miles.
Well, if you run that whole thing, props to you. Props to you.
Right.
Jacque, we want to thank you for coming on the show. Definitely,
thank you, Rob, for having me.
All right, stay with us here on St. Louis Presents. We're going to go in the kitchen. I believe Chef James and Jeffrey Merriweather are cooking something good over there, a little breakfast and stuff. So make sure you keep it locked right here to St. Louis Presents right here on STL TV. There they are cooking. There they are. They're getting ready. They're cooking it up. I smell hash browns. I smell eggs. I smell bacon. Everything smells scrumdiddlyicious.
In times of peace and times of war, in times of joy and times of pain, we need them, they need us, and we need you, the USO, until everyone comes home.
There's a monster in the kitchen.
Keep innocent things from triggering an asthma attack. Learn how to stop their asthma attacks at noattacks.org.
Monsters can be anywhere.
When life's this hard, graduating can be even harder. But you can help Jose and the students in your community make it through by visiting boostup.org.
Experience St. Louis.
So I asked my uncle, what's a special interest? He says they run Washington. He said they're groups of special interest in getting bills through Congress or the State House. So I said, I'm a Boy Scout, and our supporters help make a difference by educating elected officials on issues. Does that make me a special interest too? I guess my uncle thinks the Boy Scouts are helping to run Washington. Am I missing something?
Learn more about American democracy by logging on to representativedemocracy.org.
Welcome back to St. Louis Presents, and we are in the kitchen. We're here with Jeffrey Merriweather and James, Private Chef James, I want y'all to know. And it is smelling good.
Yeah, you guys are, and Jeffrey, you're with Real Men Charities, correct?
Yeah, actually we're both. We're both with Real Men Charities. James is one of our mentors, along with being a chef. And yes.
And you guys are here in the kitchen because you guys are promoting this Real Men Cook event that's going on when again?
Yes, that's Saturday, June 16th, from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock, St. Louis Community College, Forest Park.
Okay. Right. How did you guys decide to come about with this event?
Well, actually, Real Men Charities has been around for over 20 years, and this is an annual event that's thrown in major cities throughout the country. We just brought Real Men Charities chapter here to St. Louis. I felt that it was important to bring this program to St. Louis because it celebrates fatherhood. It brings the father back into the community, gets them engaged back into the family and their kids' life. So we're also advocates against violence. Excellent. So I felt that it was definitely a good vehicle to bring to St. Louis, to partner with the other organizations that are out there, Jacque 100 Black Men, Mr. Chester Dean's Father Support. So yeah, and I'm familiar with both of those gentlemen. We've met, and I do look forward to working with them to strengthening up their program and, of course, getting us started. And I think if all the mentoring programs come together and work as one, then we would definitely get some real results here in St. Louis.
Now, you said that James, you're a mentor. Tell us about that. That's part of your program? It's part of your curriculum?
It is, exactly. We reach out to young men and women in the community, primarily young men, because we are Real Men Charities. There are organizations out there we can refer women to, young ladies, but we do focus on the young men, the youth in our communities. We want them to put down the guns, put down the drugs. We have a program with partnership with African American Male Initiatives. They're on St. Louis Community College at Forest Park in Florissant Valley. So we offer scholarships, financial aid, GED, right there on the campuses. So we have an educational piece that we do offer in exchange for them to change their lifestyle.
And what's the age range that you guys work with?
Actually, anywhere from, say, 5 years to 17, 5 years old to 17-year-old. We get referrals from parents that calls us and let us know that they're having a child that's either having trouble in school. So we also offer tutoring. But a lot of it is behavioral issues that they're dealing with for whatever reason. So we will go in the homes and actually sit down with the families and just have an open discussion.
Okay, and now again, we got this event called Real Men Cook. You got Chef James over there.
Yes,
First
sir.
of all, Chef, I don't cook, so does that not make me a real man?
No, that's not technically correct.
No? Okay. Now, you guys, I see obviously you guys are making some bacon and some French toast here. What's your specialty? What are you doing with your French toast particularly that makes your French toast the bomb?
French toast, we just add a little milk. It doesn't take much. Couple eggs, 1, 2, maybe 3, you know. Then you add a little cinnamon here, maybe some brown sugar, depending on your taste, however you like it or whatever. Then some people throw in like nutmeg, different like little flavorings. You can add toppings on them, strawberries, blueberries, powdered sugar, whatever
We also
you like.
have some blueberries, don't we?
And we also do have blueberries we were going to throw in there.
It's my lucky day.
Now I smell the cinnamon. It smells really good.
Yes.
This is special French toast.
And you already prepared some
Smothered potatoes.
Some potatoes over here.
Yeah.
What do you have? What do you have? Is there some vegetables in there?
There's red peppers, green peppers, onions, little pepper, a little salt, not too much, you know, you don't want to overdo it, just give it enough kick to get the flavor started. The bacon I add in there just to add a little seasoning, you know, give it a little different abstract taste so people don't have the same usual, same old. Give something new, spark up your day.
Now I'm curious, what got you involved as a mentor with the organization Real Men Charities?
Just wanted to cook for the kids?
That too, and because like a lot of things in my life that happened that made me realize, like all my brothers in jail, just different little situations, I want to use that to like advance myself, to like learn from their mistakes, to mature myself and the people around me. And if I have something that I know that someone else does, then why not teach them? Why not?
Yeah, absolutely. And how long have you been a part of the organization now?
Just a couple weeks now. Not very long. Just.
Yeah, I actually met James through my son, JT, who's also a part of the organization. Excellent. And they're friends. And so, yeah, I would see James over at my son's house and always seemed to be a great young man. And I just approached him, hey, how would you like to be mentoring and doing something, you know, positive for the community?
So you're always scouting for mentors.
Always,
yeah.
yes.
So if young men would like to be mentors, how can they contact you?
Oh, yeah, you can contact me at 314-368-1375. You can email me at realmencookstl@yahoo.com.
And the event again takes place when and where?
Saturday, June 16th, 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. St. Louis Community College, Forest Park. Address is 5600 Oakland Avenue, St. Louis 63110. And it's a great event. We're going to have 30 chefs there preparing a combination of different entrees and appetizers. And we are also going to have lots of entertainment.
Great, great. Okay,
Many musicians, dance groups, spoken word artists, poetry, so a lot of entertainment.
You guys are going to have everything. Well, we can't wait to taste this food. We're going to taste it at the end of the show. So as Chef James continues to prepare the food, we're going to take another break right here on St. Louis Presents. And when we come back, we're going to be joined by Ruby Jones of the Big Brothers Big Sisters program. It's all part of our Father's Day special right here on St. Louis Presents.
Red state, blue state, vegan,
carnivore. We come from different places.
uptown, downtown,
Optimist. We come to different conclusions.
half empty, half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities,
Live
our families,
united.
even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
This financial advisor is being accused of committing one of the largest investment frauds in the history of the United States.
I guess we're not going to Aspen. That's fine. You see, I like tennis balls. He likes insider trading. So he's going to jail and I'm going to a shelter. And no, they're not the same thing. Shelters are for good pets that want to be adopted. Jails are for criminals. I've done nothing. Uh-oh. Ooh, okay, I stole a cheeseburger once. I'm a dog.
I love your show. I think it's a lot of fun. I love the show. I watch the show every night. You have great guests on there. I enjoy watching the best of the STL.
I love the show, and I love to watch it all the time. Thank you very much.
I just recently started watching the program, and so far I have really enjoyed it. It's wonderful what you do with the kids or anything, and putting St. Louis on the map. Hi, I really like your show. Hi, I love your show. I watch it every day, every time you come on. I love your show.
Welcome back to St. Louis Presents. This is our Father's Day special edition. And we are now joined by Ruby Jones of Big Brothers Big Sisters. So excited that you're here.
Thank you, me too.
Yeah, the work that you guys do is really critical for a lot of young people. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tell us what the scope is of the organization for people who don't maybe know.
So Big Brothers Big Sisters is the largest, oldest, most effective mentoring program in the United States of America. The Eastern Missouri chapter here in St. Louis is the 9th largest in the country, and we just strive to provide a mentor to every child who wants and needs one. So very simple mission. When you say it, a little bit harder to actually do it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you said something that's key, I think, is that they have to want it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. The child has to want it, and as well as the parent. We do require parents to have some participation in the program. It's not a whole lot, but we do need them to actually engage with the program as well as the child.
Right.
Well, while the child has to want it, we know that almost goes without saying, but we know a lot of mothers are fathers. Let's get that out there too. So, you know, some of these mothers out there are celebrating Father's Day as well. Let's not forget that. But you guys obviously need a lot of male figures, and I know that's something that's been one of the difficulties you guys have had is attracting more male figures.
That is a pressing issue for us. So right now we serve about 1,380 kids in the Eastern Missouri area. So that's St. Louis City, St. Louis County, St. Charles County, Scott County, Jefferson County. We have a pretty big area. Of those 1,380 kids, only 33% that we serve are boys. And that's not because we don't want to serve boys. We need male mentors. Our children need men in their lives. The kids that we serve, 80% of them don't come from two-family homes. So they either come from single-family homes, they are in foster care, they're raised by a grandmother, an aunt, all sorts of different arrangements. So we need to have more men so we can put men in their lives.
What are some of the things that big brothers can do with their kids? Because, you know, that might be something that they think about. It's like, what would I do? And I know you guys also provide events and things that you can do, right? So
that's true. We do plan events for matches to participate in, but what you do with your little is what you do with your everyday life. You go to the cleaners, you go to Walmart, you can go play basketball. I also tell volunteers it's a good chance to do those kid things that your friends would make fun of you for. Yeah. So Men in Black comes out and nobody wants to see it with you because you're an adult.
Right. So
now you have a kid that you can take.
I'm gonna go see this movie. What? Yeah, I gotta take my little brother.
Exactly.
Like,
my little brother wants to go. I'm going to the science center.
Exactly.
Really? No, it's my little brother. Yeah. I'm doing it for him, and it's really a chance to do those things that you want to do. The Magic House. Wash your car. You'd be amazed by the things that kids don't get to experience. So they're really excited about it. They're really excited to just go sit at your house and say, wow, you live in your house and there's not 10 other people who live here.
Exactly.
This is fun. Mowing the lawn. Oh, wow, grass, and I can cut it.
You get a big brother, little brother,
well,
little
you
sister,
can't get
little
now
you're gonna make him your personal errand boy.
But you can incorporate them in your life because as a man, there are things that you just do naturally. And it's important for a little boy to see these are the things that a man does. He mows the lawn, he takes out the trash, he washes his car, he goes to visit his family. And you just take your little along in your everyday life. It's nothing extra that you have to do.
No, that's true. I have seen it. A friend of mine, good friend of mine, he's part of the Big Brothers Big Sisters program, and I've seen him with his little brother, and he's had him wash the car, and then, you know, he was trying to before the start of the school year, the kid wanted to raise some money to buy some school clothes. So we were like, you know, so we got him to wash some cars. So I brought my car over there, gave him a couple of dollars so, you know, he can buy some school clothes, you know, because I understand that. I know how important that is because sometimes, you know, money's hard to come by for everybody, for a little kid especially. Yeah, so any dollar counts.
And my, you know, I have, my honey has a little, we were talking about that. And he absolutely loves to go to Sunday dinner, you know, because my family, we always have Sunday dinner together, loves that. But even when he's just, you know, at our house, loves to cook. Loves to cook, loves to be in the car with my honey, because at first I thought that was, I was like, you got to run errands. Why are you picking him up today? And he's like, I just want him to get what it's like to, like you said, do the things that you do with a male figure in your life. And so I think that's key that people understand that, like you said, it's nothing extra. So being a mentor doesn't have to be anything challenging, difficult, time-consuming. It's just living life and serving as that role model for the little.
Right, and in terms of activities, it's nothing extra in your life. It does require a little extra from your personality, so a little extra patience, a little extra endurance. It takes just a little bit more because you have to remember your little is not you, it's not your child, it's not your same childhood. So there are going to be some extra things that you have to put forward, some extra energy to get them to where they need to be. One thing though that's really important, you said your husband is also a big, and you guys work with your family and lots of other kids, and we also have lots of mentors who are big brothers who are fathers. So just because you have your own kids does not mean that you can't reach back to give to other kids. So we celebrate, you know, our bigs who are fathers. We also allow couples to volunteer together. So we do have big couples. So you can come as a husband and wife and say, hey, we want to volunteer with a child and just do this as our community service as part of our marriage.
I know you said so much, but if you had one thing that you wanted to stress more than anything about the Big Brothers Big Sisters program, what would you stress?
We need men, and it does not take anything out of what you're already doing with your life. Just a little extra from your personality.
A lot of extra, just a little extra personality.
Just a little bit extra personality.
Well, you know, April has plenty.
Right.
She has plenty of personality for little brothers.
Both
little
of you
sisters.
have plenty. We could use.
See,
both
I
of you.
told Rob he needs to be a big.
I probably should get involved again.
Yes, it's really fun.
It seems like, again, like I said, a friend of mine is part of it, and I've been there and hung out with the little brother, and you know, we've had a good time. You know, you get on some video games, or you just take them out and about, and you know, these kids, they love that. Some of they don't have that, like you said, these opportunities. So yeah, I'm seriously going to consider it. Ruby, thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Big Brothers Big Sisters, and if you want to be a part of it, go to the website, right?
Go to our website, www.bbbsemo.org. You can follow us on Facebook or on Twitter. Just look for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Eastern Missouri. You can go to our office, 501 North Grand, just right across the street from the Fox and the Best Steakhouse.
Okay, cool. All right. And we're going to have some more St. Louis Presents. We're going to taste some of Chef James's tasty treat over there, the French toast.
And we have Man on the Street coming up.
And Man on the Street as well, right?
That.
Yeah, exactly. So stay with us. There's more of St. Louis Presents after the break.
There's a monster in my bed.
Even innocent things can trigger an asthma attack. Learn more at noattacks.org.
Please make the monsters go away.
Yo, what up? It's your man Nelly, and you watch your STL TV. Experience the Lou all day.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
A lot of people say government is too messy. Half the people say something's a good idea, and the other half say, well, it's a bad idea. All we hear about is the disagreement, the bickering, the compromises, which can leave a bad taste in our mouths. No wonder so many people are cynical, thinking that nothing good can get done. Actually, messy can be good, like my ice cream sundae. Let's think of our democracy that way. You've got all these different choices, lots of flavors blending together. Then, the only thing you have to worry about is that it gets a little sticky. Am I missing something?
Learn about what you can do to make American democracy stronger by logging on to www.representativedemocracy.org.
As we've been mentioning throughout the show here on St. Louis Presents, this is our Father's Day edition, so we want to maybe talk about the fathers in our lives for a little bit.
Yeah.
Talk about your dad. You know,
oh my gosh, how much time do you have?
We don't have a lot of time.
We got to start over.
No, we don't have a lot of time, but just maybe a fond memory or what your dad means to you right now.
Oh my God, everything.
Everything?
Seriously, yeah. You know what? I really do have a lot of fond memories. I had a good childhood. What I will say though is that what I really, really got from my dad is family first. And you know, there's just absolutely nothing else more important. And that is really the legacy that my dad passes to us, because we are a very close family. And my entire family, you know, just like my cousins are more like brothers and sisters. We were kept close growing up. And I think that's so important, you know, is what we're hearing today. You know, I think that I learned leadership from my dad. You know, my dad's a former union, leader. So no, a leader. You know,
Okay.
he was president of the union for many, many years. So, you know, just watching him lead, I learned more from my father from the way he's lived his life than just from his words. And like I said, that's a lot of what we're hearing today. That's what children need. You know, children really need that role model. And that's what I got.
Somebody to lead by example.
I'm blessed.
Somebody to lead by example. I mean, I definitely owe a lot to my father. Absolutely. I mean, my dad was definitely a very hard worker. Worked 2 jobs for most of his life. So, and provided me everything I need, kept clothes on my back, food on the table. You know, I was able to go to private schools my whole life, thanks to my dad, and my mom too. I mean, but this is my dad. I mean, obviously I had a lot of fun with my dad. My dad he thinks he's a jokester. He thinks he's funny. And he thinks he has, he's not as funny as me, but the one advice that my dad always thinks he's like Dr. Love, and he always has all the advice on when it comes to women. He's like, son, sit down. Let me tell you about this, and let me tell you about that. And even to this day, when I'm talking to my dad, he just wants to give me advice on women. But I love you, Dad. Thank you. And, you know, we can't thank you enough. Yeah. You know,
absolutely.
One day out of the year is not enough to thank our fathers. But we did hit the streets to find out what's the best advice your father has passed on to you. So we went out in the street, and here are some of the answers the folks provided for us. Take a listen.
He always just told me to be myself and be original. I like to play golf with him and watch the Blues play. I love you, Dad.
So tell me about advice that your dad gave you.
He's taught me a lot about physics and science and math. It's really fun.
That's good. So he helped you with your homework?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about your dad?
I just like him a lot, and he's a good dad.
He took me rock climbing. He told me to use my feet more than my hands, and to try our best.
Best advice my dad gave me. Well, of course, there's the stay in school, you know, but he said, as long as you're happy, you know, like don't pick a career just because it's a career, you know, do something you love. So, because he does. He's an engineer, and he loves his job. Not something everybody would love, but he loves his job. So I think that's a good thing, among many.
Well, I'd say the best advice my dad ever gave me, one, it's not who you marry, so you have kids with. Remember that, they're forever. I don't have any kids though, but I'll keep that in mind. And 2, he always says just do your own thing. His phrase is like, don't pay anybody any mind, just do whatever you want to do, and people, you know, just let things roll off your back and just ignore people if they, you know, don't like what you're doing, because no one's gonna like it. Someone's not gonna like it anyways. And he just does whatever he wants to do. He's like a saint. He just lets things roll off his back. So I wish I had his patience. So maybe that's another lesson he probably tells me to have more patience.
He helps me with my math homework a lot, and he's helped me with softball, and he's taught me things that I can do. He tells me things I can do better during the games. And he sees things that I can't always see when I'm playing, and he helps me and tells me what to do.
So he's always got your back?
Yeah.
Anything you want to say to your dad for Father's Day?
I love you, Daddy. Happy Father's Day.
Never to steal, and always tell the truth. And make good grades in school. And be a gentleman. And treat the ladies, the girls, right. Okay?
Good basic advice. I like it.
All right.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
I love that. Those were great.
Right, exactly. And see, my dad isn't the only dad who thinks he's Dr. Love. See that other gentleman? I wonder if he was giving advice as a father, or was this advice that was passed on to him by his father? Probably both. Probably both.
And I think it's even hard to narrow it down. I mean, I got a lot of really good stuff, but you know what's funny is in my family we have a lot of, I'm compiling a list for the things that Big Mike says, stuff Big Mike says. Mm-hmm. That's what we call my dad around my house.
Big Mike?
Yeah, and so the one thing he always says is, if I tell you a pig weighs 40 pounds, don't bother to weigh it. What do you think that means?
The pig weighs 40 pounds? Or don't believe your dad.
Yeah, basically that one just means, I mean, I'm assuming that means don't.
He's right.
Yeah, I'm right. Don't question me. I have more life experience, right?
He's right.
But
Do
that's
what
a funny one.
You know, the greatest parent, I guess, phrase is like, do what I say, not as I do.
Oh my gosh, I got that one too.
That's what
I got that
do
one
as
too.
I say, not as I do.
Yes, absolutely. But, you know, I think that, you know, as we've been talking today, it's just really important. It's a, you know, the father figure is so important in our lives, and we don't realize it until later. And you know, like you said, I don't think we ever say thank you enough. One day is
we don't ever say that.
Is
we
not
complain
enough.
about
So
our dads, you know?
turn around and say thanks to your dad today, and I will say thank you to my dad, and I love you.
I think Chris Rock said it perfectly in one of his comedy stand-ups where he's like, we always give credit to mama, mama this, mama that. What was daddy? Papa was a Rolling Stone. Why is that? You know what I'm saying? Chris Rock said it. You know, we don't give fathers enough credit. Although fathers really need to stop using us as the guy to get the remote control for them when it's just right next to them. You guys need to stop that. You need to stop that for real. Step it up. All right. I've been waiting for the entire hour to taste some of this food, so we're gonna get Jeffrey to bring some of Chef James's food for us, and look at him, he's bringing the utensils over.
This is service.
I just can't wait to sample this food. You could just bring the plate over. I don't even need a napkin because I'm raw.
This is always the good part of the show.
Oh, look at her. Look at, as a gentleman.
Thank you.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Thank you.
I thought since it was a Father's Day edition, maybe you would have served a guy who's not a father yet.
Well, and that's part of being a father, and Father's Day, we still have to take care of our ladies.
I'm still, okay, look at you. You're still thinking about her. What about me? I want to taste.
I'll wait for you. Because it smells good. I'm serious. This
Thank you, right here.
cinnamon French toast smells good too.
I'm gonna get you a little
All right, you ready?
A little syrup.
How's our blueberry?
Syrup.
A little syrup.
What are we gonna try first?
You try what you want to try. I'm gonna try what I want to try.
Now we
I was
also
trying to have a
some
little solidarity.
blueberries we're gonna bring to you.
Ooh, yay.
Oh, some blueberries.
And yes, sir.
Look at it. He's just exercising. This is your exercise for the day right here. While he's doing that, I'm going to try some of these eggs and let you know what I think, and some of these hash browns.
That's what I'm gonna do.
This is the best part of the show because we get to eat, and I never get enough of this segment.
Chef James. Excellent. Excellent. Bravo, bravo.
What do they say?
Very good.
My compliments to the chef.
Compliments.
Excellent.
I try.
You try.
And now don't forget that if you want to join these guys at Real Men Cook, tell us again.
Real Men Cook?
Jeffrey?
Yes, Real Men Cook. Phone number is 314-368.
You're good. You can stand right there.
1375. Email address is realmencookstl@yahoo.com.
Excellent.
Yes, and we would definitely like your support to come out to our Father's Day event, Saturday, June 16th, 2 p.m., St. Louis Community College, Forest Park.
Excellent.
Lots of food, lots of entertainment.
Real quick, what are your typical Father's Day gifts that your children give you? Your son?
Well,
ties. Are you tired of the ties?
I got plenty of ties. My son has definitely given me ties. He just turned 20 years old, so I've gotten mostly those gifts from high school, you know, the little plants.
So now, you know, he can.
Now you're working on the golf clubs.
He can step the game up a little bit.
Yes, he's now working. He works for Schnucks, so yes, he can definitely.
So you just told him this is your son, not a tie.
So yeah, let's tell him.
Not a tie. Just tell him you don't want a tie.
What's on your wish list?
This year I would like a nice shirt and some cufflinks.
Oh,
French cuff shirt.
Shirt and
I
cufflinks.
love
All right.
it.
Well, thank you, James. Thank you, Chef, for cooking this wonderful breakfast for us. And we want to thank you for watching another edition of St. Louis Presents. We will be back next week for another edition for more and exciting new information about the local community here in St. Louis. For April Trupiano, I'm Rob Desir. Thanks for watching St. Louis Presents, and we will see you next week. We're going to dig in.
We're going to dig in. Excellent.